a messy garage, and a cleanup day begins. With children, everything can become a game. Organizing isn't always easy. A little trick to make things clearer.
Okay.
Cleaning also requires attention to safety. Doing it the right way isn't as important as doing it quickly. Working together makes things get done faster. When the whole family pitches in, any task can become fun. Snowman.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
2 hours later.
The secret painting. A large sheet of drawing paper is spread out on the floor. Paints, brushes, and crayons are placed around it. Mom, Dad, sister, and little brother look at one another. Dad gestures a rectangle in the air. We draw together. Dad sits down at one corner of the paper. Using a brush, he paints a simple house. Lines a bit rough but solid. Mom chooses soft colors. She paints flowers, trees, and the sky. Each stroke slow and gentle. Sister picks bright colors. She draws smiling people, arms and legs a little long, full of lively expression. Little brother sits right down on the floor. With crayons, he draws a big sun, coloring outside the lines, smudging a bit. The family steps back a few steps, seeing the whole painting for the first time. The house is off-center from the sun. The trees are bigger than the people. Colors don't match, lines overlap. They look at one another and burst out laughing. Saving a broken plant. A calm afternoon after the rain. The little brother runs around the garden, then suddenly stops. He points. A young plant has been bent and broken by the wind, its stem leaning close to the ground. The little brother bends down to look, his face turning sad. The sister steps closer, gently touches the stem, and shakes her head worriedly. Dad examines the break carefully and nods with a decision. Dad gently straightens the plant's stem. Mom holds the base, adds more soil, pressing it firmly around the roots. The sister places 2 wooden stakes on either side. The little brother passes the string, carefully tying it around the stem. The string is tight tightened just enough. Not too tight. A light breeze. A gentle wind blows. The plant stands firm. Its leaves tremble softly, no longer leaning. The family applauds as if they've just saved someone. Building a small fence. A cool morning. The whole family stands in front of an empty patch of yard. Dad pulls out a measuring tape to check the spacing. Mom marks the spots with white chalk. Sister and little brother line up the short wooden posts. Dad grabs a hammer and drives in the first post. Thud, thud. Firm and steady. Mom holds the post, checking the balance by eye. She nods to signal it's good. Sister passes over a wooden plank. Little brother runs back and forth, handing over nails. Thud! The post tilts slightly. Mom raises her hand to stop. The family steps back to look. Dad pulls the post out and adjusts it. Sister holds one end. Mom steadies it. Dad hammers again. Their rhythm becomes steady. The fence grows section by section. The fence is complete. Little brother taps a post lightly. Tap, tap. Mom, Dad, and sister smile with pride. And there was a small undecorated corner in the garden. Bluey came up with the idea to decorate it. The first stones were laid down. Bluey found more decorative materials. A gravel path gradually appeared. Bingo helped choose beautiful pebbles. The garden corner began to look neater. Bluey carefully arranged each detail. A small detail made the garden corner stand out. Bluey's efforts were noticed by everyone. A small decorated corner was enough to make the garden more lovely. As night falls, the sky begins to reveal its secrets. A comfortable seat makes observation easier. Little stars begin to appear. There are stars that always stay close together. Imagination transforms the sky into a story. Sometimes the sky sends a small gift. Silence helps us see more. The gentle night comes to a close. Bluey and Bingo wave goodbye to Dad and head to school. They walk happily down the street. After a few steps, Bingo reaches behind her back. No backpack. Bluey notices and points. Bingo quickly pulls out a phone and makes a call. Back at home, Dad is sipping coffee. The phone rings. He listens, nods confidently, and taps his chest. I've got this. He rushes inside and grabs a backpack. Bluey and Bingo wait near the school entrance, a little worried. From afar, Dad runs toward them, out of breath, holding the backpack high. The kids relax. Bingo takes the backpack and opens it. Inside, adult clothes, a scarf, random items. Bluey leans in, then covers her mouth, giggling. Bingo freezes. Dad looks inside the bag, looks at the kids, realizes this is Mom's backpack. He scratches his head, embarrassed. The three stare at each other for a beat. They all burst into silent laughter. After trimming the trees, a corner of the garden brightened up. This is the perfect place for a change. It doesn't work just anywhere. A little little trial and error is necessary.
Hey!
Just turn it in the right direction. The garden corner began to come alive. Even a small corner can bring great joy. The house became warmer from simple changes. In the morning, the garden was full of fallen leaves. Bluey began clearing the leaves at the base of the trees. The leaves fluttered playfully in the breeze. Bluey began clearing the leaves at the base of the trees. Leaves were scattered everywhere in the garden. Bluey prepared to gather the leaves neatly. Bingo also wanted to help clear the leaves. There were still a few spots in the garden that needed clearing. The last leaves were gathered. The garden gradually became clean.
Aha!
The garden looked much brighter. A morning garden cleanup can be a lot of fun. After the first harvest, the whole family had a new idea. Vegetables from the little garden are ready to go into the kitchen. Preparing to cook is also a fun part. It doesn't need to be perfect, just try. Cooking always has unexpected moments. Homegrown vegetables have a very special taste. Meals taste better when they are made together. From the little garden to a happy meal.
Smelling flowers. Whoa! Bingo spotted a yellow flower blooming in the middle of the lush green grass. Wow! She approached curiously, her eyes wide as she admired the beauty of the little flower. She leaned down and took a deep sniff to catch the sweet fragrance. But then, the pollen made her little nose feel all ticklish. Achoo! She let out a big sneeze, making the whole flower and its petals flutter. Bingo looked at the flower in surprise, then gave a shy smile at the unexpected moment. She waved goodbye to the flower and continued her adventure in the garden.
A fresh morning is perfect for the whole family to do some light exercise. Warming up prepares the body for the activities that follow. Everyone has their own way of exercising, but they're all lovely. Gentle exercise makes the body feel more relaxed.
Oh!
No need to compare because everyone has their own pace. Breathing evenly helps to improve mood. Simple exercise is enough to bring positive energy. Drinking water after exercise is a very important habit. Moments of rest help the body recover better. Starting the day with light exercise helps the whole family stay healthy and happy. As the afternoon draws to a close, the sky begins to change.
Whoa! Woo-hoo-hoo!
Each cloud seems to be telling a story. The sunset slows everything down.
Oh, bye-bye.
The sun slowly prepares to go to sleep. The last light of the day is so gentle.
Whoa! Bye!
Another day is coming to an end. Silent moments are always memorable. Today ends on a warm note.
It's past bedtime, but Bluey and Bingo are participating in an important challenge. Whoever falls asleep first loses. Bingo's eyes are getting heavier, as heavy as if he were wearing stones.
Oh!
Oh no, yawning is contagious, the most dangerous enemy of sleep. Just a quick nap for just 1 second. Ouch! Wake up! Gravity is winning. The little heads can no longer lift up. Okay then, maybe a soft fluffy pillow would help right now.
Oh! Huh?
The competition is over. It's a tie. Good night, angels.
The secret seed. Mom, Bluey, and Bingo stroll together. The kids run ahead while Mom walks behind, smiling. Bingo suddenly stops and looks down. She picks up a tiny seed from the ground. Bluey leans in, curious. Mom gestures for them to keep walking. Bingo looks at the seed, then quietly closes her paw around it. Back at home. Mom turns away to get some water. Bingo looks left, right, sneaks to a flower pot, garden corner, digs a small hole, hides the seed, quickly covers it with soil. Bluey stands nearby, acting like a serious lookout. One day, Mom tidies the garden. Bingo rushes over. Too late. Mom bends down and sees a small flower blooming. Her eyes widen in surprise. Bingo stands behind her, smiling shyly. Mom turns around and gently pats Bingo's head. Bluey claps happily. The three sit together, watching the flower sway in the breeze.
Just one small touch and it all began.
Bluey decided not to say anything.
The more you try to hide it, the easier it is to be discovered.
And fixing isn't always simple. The truth can't be hidden for long. The truth can't be hidden for long.
Oh.
And this time, Bluey learned her lesson. The fish tank mistake. A fish tank sits neatly on a table. The fish swim happily. Dad sprinkles fish food carefully, nodding with satisfaction. Dad feeds the fish. Fish swim up excitedly. The kids press their faces to the glass, pointing. One day, Dad is busy. Mom picks up a white container that looks like fish food. Mom pours it into the tank. The water turns cloudy. Mom looks at the container again. Salt. Mom's eyes widen. The whole family springs into action. Dad gently moves the fish into a temporary bowl. Mom drains the tank. The kids carry buckets of water very seriously. Music speeds up slightly. Fresh water is poured in. The filter turns on. The fish are carefully returned to the tank. Everyone leans in, holding their breath. The fish start swimming again, happy and lively. The kids jump with joy. Dad exhales in relief. Mom smiles awkwardly and pats her chest. An ordinary morning begins with a special journey.
Hey! Hey!
For Bluey, every ride is an exploration. And then, the ride arrives. A little attention makes the journey safer. When everyone follows the rules, the journey becomes more pleasant. A familiar city suddenly feels new. Every journey requires order and safety. Upon arrival, everyone continues their own journey.
Bye-bye.
A short journey, but full of experiences. When rules are followed, every journey becomes safe and memorable.
Huh?
A jar of delicious cookies appeared in the kitchen today. Whoa! Just one cookie. Surely no one would notice.
Uh-oh.
But the more I tried to fix it, the stranger the jar looked.
Oh,
And just then, Chili walked in. Just a secret. It's been discovered.
Whoa!
Sometimes sharing is always better. A familiar morning, but the house is a little messy. Sometimes cleaning isn't the most appealing thing. Until a fun idea pops into your head. When the music starts playing. Everything suddenly changes. Cleaning can also be a game.
네.
You don't need to get it right from the start. The fun is what matters. When everyone participates, the work becomes easier. A clean room brings a pleasant feeling. A little tiring. But everyone is happy. When you turn small tasks into fun, every day becomes more lovely. Bluey and Bingo just finished planting a little tree. But the weather started to change. A sudden gust of wind blew the little tree over. We all had to act quickly. Bluey cleverly came up with a way to save the tree. Taking care of a tree is like taking care of each other. One peaceful afternoon, the yard suddenly becomes an imaginary world. From simple drawings, an adventure begins. The path grows longer and longer, and the rules of the game gradually take shape. When adults appear, the challenge becomes more interesting. The rules are simple, but not easy at all. The joy comes from the near falls. When the whole family joins in, the path has no end. The game ends, but the traces remain. A gentle breeze blows through. The game concludes.
Bluey and the self-flying toy airplane. A beautiful early morning. A toy airplane is flying indoors. Bluey and Bingo are going from outside into the house. The airplane flew around the house. Bluey talks to Bingo. The plane landed on the table in the living room. Bluey went closer to take a look, while Bingo started to sense that something was wrong. Bluey lifted the plane up and inspected it. But upon closer inspection, it was just an ordinary toy. Until Bluey put it down and something unexpected happened. The plane took off on its own. Bingo and Bluey tried to chase after it, and the plane started flying faster. It wasn't just flying, it seemed to be controlling itself.
Bluey and Bingo were preparing for a treasure hunt. But the weather had other plans. The treasure map started changing. The whole family decided to follow the new map. But the treasure didn't appear. Maybe they misunderstood.
Hey! Hey!
The treasure was right where they started. Sometimes the treasure doesn't go anywhere. It's just that the map got wet.
Bluey is sick. It was a pleasant morning, but Bluey started to feel unwell. Bingo realized Bluey wasn't as well as she had been earlier. It seems like Bluey has a cold. A little rest will help Bluey feel better. Bandit prepared warm water for Bluey to drink. Let out a loud sneeze. Taking medicine and getting some rest is essential. Bingo stayed to take care of his sister. A good night's sleep helps the body recover. resting, Bluey recovered. The two sisters continued to play, but perhaps Bluey still needed a little more rest.
The wind took it away. Where is Bluey's balloon? It's a beautiful day with a cool, gentle breeze. Bluey has a balloon and is running around the yard happily. Bingo walks over and sees that Bluey has a balloon. Bingo runs over and the two happily play together with the balloon. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind blows in. The balloon slips out of their hands and floats up into the sky. Bluey and Bingo run after it, but the balloon floats higher and farther, and then disappears. Dad walks over and sees that Bluey and Bingo are feeling sad.
2 hours later.
Dad runs off and comes back with 2 balloons.
Whoa!
Bluey and Bingo happily run back again. A blue one for Bluey, a yellow one for Bingo.
One morning in the garden, the plants need care. When you get too excited, water can be wasted. And then a friend comes to help. Good intentions sometimes need the right approach. Saving water starts with very small things. When you know how to adjust, everyone can contribute. A little creativity helps avoid waste. When you care for them properly, plants respond very quickly. Saving doesn't mean scarcity. When you know how to use water wisely, every drop becomes precious. A light rain visited Bluey's family garden. After the rain, everything looks so different. Wow! It seems the tree has grown bigger.
Whoa!
Bandit noticed a small change too. The tree has really grown.
Wow!
The rain helps the tree become healthier. Small changes bring great joy. The tree grows bigger every day, with the love of the whole family. Bluey plants trees. Bluey was walking around the house when she saw a plate of fruit on the table. Bluey picked up a seed and suddenly had a bold idea. Bingo came in from outside. Bluey walked past as if she hadn't seen Bingo. Bluey is going down to the warehouse to get the tools. Bluey has been searching for a long time but hasn't found it yet. Oh, so it's here. Now let's go plant some trees. Bluey has found a place to plant.
2 hours later.
Finally, the digging is finished. Put the seeds in the hole. Let's go get some water for irrigation.
Over 1 month later.
Wow, the tree has grown big and has fruit to eat. Bandit thought today would be an extremely easy day. Just babysitting. What's so difficult about that? Bandit decided to show off his skills as a model dad. But it seems the toys have the ability to self-replicate. Bandit started to feel something wasn't right. Just as Bandit relaxed, the final blow was delivered. Babysitting isn't easy at all. But for Bandit, it was still a memorable day. After the first harvest, the whole family had a new idea. Vegetables from the little garden are ready to go into the kitchen. Preparing to cook is also a fun part. It doesn't need to be perfect, just try. Cooking always has unexpected moments. Homegrown vegetables have a very special taste. Meals taste better when they are made together. From the little garden to a happy meal. The garden had so many plants that Bluey easily got confused while tending them. Bluey decided to draw a map of the garden. The map was checked right in the garden. Bingo and Bluey learned how to read the garden map. Huh? The map helped Bluey tend to each plant more accurately. The whole family used the map to tend the garden. The garden was properly cared for. Thanks to the garden map, tending the plants became easier and more fun.
The kite can fly. Welcome everyone to Bluey. What is Bluey's dad doing in the warehouse? Wow, that kite looks old. Bluey and Bingo are going down the stairs. Both were surprised to see the kite. Bluey wants a kite. The sky today is perfect for flying kites. Bluey and Bingo are heading to the kite flying spot. Bluey is running as fast as she can to make the kite fly. Oh no, the kite won't fly. Bingo is sitting there laughing. Bluey! This time it's Bingo's turn to fly kites. Wow, the kite is flying! Bluey couldn't believe her eyes. Bluey and Bingo play football.
It's time the room got tidied up. But cleaning doesn't have to be boring. Bluey turns cleaning into a little game. Every task has its own meaning. Working together makes everything easier. Tidying up makes the room more pleasant. The result is something to be proud of. A tidy room for a good night's sleep.
Bingo's misunderstanding. A typical afternoon with the family. But Bingo started to sense that something was off. And everything seemed to lead to a misunderstanding by Bingo. Bingo thinks that nobody wants to play with him. Bingo felt increasingly abandoned. She started thinking a lot. Meanwhile, the whole family started to notice that Bingo had disappeared. Nobody knows where Bingo is. They started looking for Bingo. Seeing the door to the Bingo room open, the whole family decided to go in and take a look. Bingo was sitting alone in his room and felt very sad because he thought no one cared about him. Still Bluey, she came up with an idea and asked her parents to join her in doing it. Implementation plan. Chili in room and chat with Bingo. Bingo said that people don't like him anymore. At that moment, Chili understood Bingo's thoughts. She hugged and comforted the little girl. The hug resolved everything, and the Bingo game was more enjoyable. A small gift just for the little girl. And everything became warm again, just like before.
Bluey wanted to transform her backyard into a vibrant picnic area. Colorful items began to appear. The picnic mat was prepared first. The backyard gradually became more lively. Bingo also helped Bluey decorate the picnic area. The picnic area was gradually completed. Bluey tested each corner to make sure everything was comfortable. With just familiar items, the backyard became a colorful and joyful picnic area.
A small mistake, but it needs fixing immediately. Fixing things quickly doesn't necessarily mean fixing them correctly. One mistake leads to many other mistakes. When you rush, things get even more more complicated. Just a little more, and everything will be much worse. Sometimes, you need to stop before fixing anything further.
Nah.
Correct fixes! Always start with the right place. And this time, everything was truly fixed.
The living room was a mess. Bluey realized Dad was about to come home. Bluey quickly looked around the messy room. Bluey started cleaning up quickly. Cleaning up too quickly caused trouble. Bingo ran in, helping to hold the box so Bluey could close the lid.
Aha!
Whoa! Time flew by. The room gradually became tidier. Dad arrived home just in time. Bluey had finished cleaning up before Dad got home.
Wow!
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 Today, the whole family planted a new tree. Everything looks fine.
Oh.
Bandit feels something isn't quite right. The tree's name doesn't match its shape.
Oh.
It turns out the sign was stuck upside down. Just a little adjustment was all it took. The garden looks neat again. Sometimes you just need to look a little closer.
The lost paper airplane. One beautiful morning, Bluey and Bingo decided to create some amazing airplanes. Bluey loves speed while Bingo prefers smooth flights. Everything is ready to go.
Let's go!
Whoosh! Bluey's plane flew higher than expected, but it seems it chose a rather difficult landing spot. Oh no, it's stuck. How do we get the green pilot down here? The power of sisterhood has been activated, but this tree still seems to be growing very tall. Perfect throw! Bingo is truly a brilliant strategist. Sometimes the rescue mission itself is more rewarding than watching it fly. Finally, the flight crew was reunited. The backyard sky was once again filled with laughter.